Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy User, and I'm back with some Streets of Rage, specifically Streets of Rage 4. Now I'm playing this on my PlayStation 5, but this game originally released last gen, I believe in 2019, and long story short about this game, I actually pre-ordered a special edition from a website called Limited Run, which came with a ton of extra stuff, and I didn't get the game for like 6 months, so before I waited that long, I actually just broke down and downloaded the game itself to my PS4. And going into this game, I didn't have high expectations. I'll just say that. There are a ton of these games that 20 years after the fact, someone tries picking up the property and creating a sequel or something, and they just don't go well. I know that there were a few games like Battletoads, and I believe like Shaq Fu had one. There was like a Ninja Turtles game, and I believe like Double Dragon. They all had these like 3D, crappily animated, half-baked fucking sequels that really no one asked for. And I was afraid that's what was going to happen to this game, because I don't believe Sega actually produced this. If they did, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, but I was looking forward to this game. It was Streets of Rage. By default, I was going to buy it, but I just didn't think it was going to be that good of a game. Well, the first trailer kind of backed that theory. I was happy that they went with hand-drawn sprites. God, they're fucking gorgeous in this game. They're absolutely top-notch. They're some of the best animated ones I've seen probably since like that KOF game, or maybe like Street Fighter Third Strike. But long story short, the game kind of was lacking. I didn't think the gameplay really looked that crazily great. And when I saw the boss life meter, when they put it in the trailer, it was long. It looked like a Dark Souls boss or something. I don't know, like Streets of Rage had those star bosses with 3 or 4 stars that were tough to beat, and I don't know, that just wasn't Streets of Rage to me. So after that I was like, alright, I'll probably buy it, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. Well, a year or two goes by of just absolute dead fucking silence. I didn't hear a single piece of information about this game, and I actually thought it was just canceled. And they finally did like a pre-release trailer showing off some of the new characters, some of the gameplay elements, and it looked like they spent a ton of time refining that, because what we actually finally got was a very good sequel to this series that it deserved. And they put a ton of care, detail, and attention into every aspect of this game. It's fucking phenomenal. The music is just absolutely gorgeous, done by Yuzo Koshiro and a few other producers for this game. He did the main theme, I believe, and a few stage themes, but overall, the music's very good. It lives up to the Streets of Rage name. The gameplay is simple. It's simple but difficult to master, I'll just say that. Each character has a few combos. They have wall bounce moves now. You can OTG with a few characters. The special moves, the way that they execute has kind of changed to an extent. One of the best features is now when you use a special move, you can actually just beat on enemies to recover the life that you would lose. Like in Streets of Rage 2, when you would use a special move, you would just lose like 10% health. Now you can get that back. So I was really pleasantly surprised with this game. It was absolutely phenomenal, and I love playing it. I bet you I played this most of 2019, and I'm still playing it now in 2022 or whenever this is. But I'm going to do a new game. I'm going to play on normal again, just to kind of get through the game and complete it. There's easy, which is literally you can just walk through this with fucking your hands tied behind your back, playing with your mouth or something. Like, it's so pathetic. Hard is pretty brutal. Now, this game is like old school difficulties where normal was very difficult. It's a tough game. If you're playing on hardest or something, you have to sit in a room, soundproof it, have like 7,000 grams of caffeine in your system, and you're just playing this game. Every sense has to be at its peak height to dominate it. Mania Plus, I'm not even going to talk about. I just refuse to play those. They're absolutely sadistic. These modes are built to be unfair, and like the top 0.05% of Streets of Rage players can play on these and, you know, stream it and do whatever, take no damage runs, whatever. Human beings are going to just beat the computer on all these games. I cannot. So I'm going to play on normal, and here's the character select screen. I've talked in pretty great depth in my other videos about this to this point. The original 4 characters for this game were Axel, Blaze, Cherry, and Floyd. You could unlock Adam, and then essentially then you would start unlocking the retro characters here from Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 respectively. I do not have Rue. I need to talk to my buddy on how to do that, but you can actually play as Rue in this game. I just forget how. The DLC brings you Estel. The boss will fight a few times through the story mode. Old big thick boy Max, who I will be using for this playthrough. Shiva, who is just an offensive juggernaut. He can't pick weapons up, so whatever, but I'm going to be playing as Max, and as you can see, post DLC, you can change these moves around and edit them and make your character play a little bit, tweak it to how you want them to play. So I'm going to be playing as Max for this playthrough. I tried playing this game to do this fucking walkthrough like 10 times now, and every time I do it, something happens. My computer freezes, someone calls me, and my Mac starts ringing. I just start slurring words. I don't know. So the story in this game is pretty simple. 10 years ago is when Streets of Rage 3 happened, and they defeated Mr. X finally for all. He had 2 kids. They are known as the Y Twins, and they're basically replacing him as the crime syndicate overlords. And that's kind of where this game starts. So you get this nice little overview of the map of all the areas we'll be visiting. We start, of course, in the street, of Rage. So we'll just get started, and right away this music is super fucking good. Nice little slide there. Nice little throw move from Streets of Rage 2. And now I was playing as Floyd to do this walkthrough, and I'm kind of trying to forget all Floyd's moves at this point because he plays way different than what Max does. I actually think in comparison, Floyd is the actual true big man of this game. He moves a lot slower than what Max does. I think he hits a little harder as well, but Max has a really high damage output in this game, so don't get it twisted at all. We're going to be taking a lot of these guys to Suplex City. I don't know what it is about Max. I just feel like he's more responsive to the things I want to do. Floyd, in certain situations, I get caught stuck in an animation or something that just goes on for too long. I use the old school setup. I don't know how a lot of other people play this game, but I still prefer the 3-button Sega Genesis layout, so I only am able to use 3 buttons on this PS5 controller, which is my honest preference at this point. So, the Donovan in this game are like the weapon expert. Fucking cocksuck. So they run around with weapons a lot of the time, and I'll show you the level where they get pretty disgustingly cheap. It's like a dojo level where you fight Shiva. A big emphasis on this game revolves around doing combos, so I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. The game wants you to be like a combo team. They want you to fill the screen with combos and hit meters and all this crazy stuff, which is pretty cool because there are people I've seen online that do all sorts of crazy combos in this game. Streets of Rage 2 Head Bust. It also has, juggle properties at this point, which is pretty sweet. You can see Max still has his front and back height priority, which is super useful for a character like him in this game. Power slide. So I usually collect the health before I... Fucking Donovan coughs up. Wow! Oh, he's beating my ass. Power slide. Because the weapons will give you like a bonus, addition in this game. Still do the recovery rolls. For me, it's the X button on my PS4 or 5 controller. You can see the slide. You can really rack up some sweet combos here. But kind of talking about the combo system, they encourage you to really go nuts in this game, which is pretty sweet. Of course, that Garcia had to get that fucking little jab in because the game's already just, I don't want to say difficult, but the AI compared to some other games with their normal mode is just out of control in this game in comparison. So, as you can see, when I use my special move, I get into that green health in my life bar. If you damage any enemies, you'll recover that life. So I would think of it in the way of, like, if you're familiar with Street Fighter 4 or 5, where you will basically take a focus attack, and you can basically recover that life if you play it smart, which a lot of people, you know, can. I thought I had to put I always still spam that move from Street Rage 2 because of how good it was. So you'll fight these robot guys. Again, they're like weaponsy kind of experts. I wouldn't recommend throwing things at them because they'll just fucking catch it and use it on you. And of course, this game goes super overboard with the environmental hazards, God, at times. So of course, this whole section, you have to fucking worry about electricity all over the place. AI will walk around it and bait you into it as much as they can. And there's these new fucking enemies, these Dylans. Okay, I need to talk about them for a second, because they're absolutely fucking disgusting. They are the biggest piece of shit enemy in this game. They will just lurk off screen and do this jump kick thing and headbutt you and run away. They're the most coward fucking enemy in the game. They do pretty high damage outputs. Fuck. Ah! Get the fuck away from me. And of course, they spam the Dylans in the most spammable Dylan-y areas. So they'll like run away from you, do a full screen kick. I need that. Run, hide, call their fucking mom, call for backup. The screen will fill up with enemies, and you'll have to deal with this fucking piece of shit off screen, taking little shitty headbutt jabs at you. It just never stops in this game, especially in the tougher difficulties. You get into these little sections here too, occasionally, where there's like an enemy in a confined space. Get over here so I can just stab your guts out. And you'll have to fight your way through it like on a true 2D plane. Not the worst thing ever, but you know, I've played better sections of games like this, so whatever. Here's the first stage boss. She's part of a trio of sisters that basically work, I think, for the Syndicate. I'm not exactly sure, but she has electric properties in this game.
Body slam.
I wanted to body slam off of her. Not off the wall. Alright. Ooh, she got me, bitch. I'll take a little damage to get. And the Dylan, just out of fucking nowhere. Get the fuck out of here. So, she's not too bad, but we'll fight her sisters later in the game. There are a few elemental, weapon kind of based attacks in this game. There's like electric, acid, fire. They're the main three. So there's a sister for each one of them. Oh, I got an A rank. Nice. Nice. The game will still give you a nice little ranking screen at the end of the level. So we beat her ass, and she basically kind of just talks our ear off here for a second. The new organization. So the cops come and arrest us, put us in jail, and I think that the Y twins kind of have the the police department kind of working for them in this game. So there's an interesting dynamic in some of these levels where you'll be fighting the police. Immediately they're already doing you like this. And you'll actually be fighting, you know, typical generic bad guy enemies as well. And it creates this fun dynamic where they'll fight each other and fight you. So there's a lot of fucking mayhem that happens in some of these levels. It's actually kind of cool.
Body slam.
I think I missed it. Nice. Come on. Come on, boys. I just don't have time to wait for anybody's shit. You gotta be careful for these bigger, thick boy cops. They like to, you know, grab you and tase you. Most of the time, what I like to do is mix the enemies up so they'll kind of, you know, get the fuck away from me for a little bit. As you can see there, they kind of, you know, beat the shit out of each other a little bit. I'm alright with that. Saves me some work. Aw, dick. Dick. A lot of these bad boys are all locked up in here. What's going on, guys? Ah, motherfucking piece of shit. So, I just fucking wasted the taser for the hidden little level here. I want to be able to show you. So, I like to use the power slide to just do this. Just to clear the whole stage. His slide in this game is a million times better than his Streets of Rage 2 incarnation. You can milk it. But, going back to that taser, these fucking pieces of shit made me use it already. You'll find these arcade machines tucked away in corners every now and then. So what you do is you take the taser and you hit the machine with it, and it will actually take you to like a hidden level. And you can get extra stars, you can hit like it'll refill your life for you. The game at least has the common courtesy to do that. I hate you! So there's 4 of them that I know of in the game. There might be, you know, 20, I don't know. I'm not a fucking Twitch streamer. So the arcade machines, like I said, are just good for like health bonuses. They give you all sorts of, you know, cool stuff that you get through. You fight an old school enemy. It's really awesome to see the game go through these like little throwback areas. So you can fight the old enemies, the old bosses or whatever. It's really cool stuff. I just wanted to show you guys, and I'm kind of pissed off now that I can't do it. Fucking game. There's a lot of things that you can hit in this game to, you know, find items or whatever, so don't be shy to go through the game quite a bit and just start punching on things. 9 times out of 10, you'll probably have an item or something.
Power slide.
I'll take that. I don't know if the police are supposed to just be standing around just beating on the inmates, but you know, who am I?
Body slam.
Of course, the AI knew I fucking had green health. Immediately had to fucking. Sitting on your back. Fuck, cocksucker. These taser cops are just out of control in this game.
Power slide.
Love the juggles. This game just, from a mechanical standpoint, it feels good to play. Like, I don't know how to explain that any differently. The game is just fun to play. So some of these guys, I'll just stand back and kind of throw shit at them until I deplete this shield that they use. A lot of projectiles at some of these levels. This is one of them. You can use a thunder vortex. Of course, the AI knew I had green health. They have to hurry up and run in there and get a little jab in. But the vortex move is super good just to kind of avoid damage at times. Of course, the AI, like I said, they know when you have green health, so they just...
Body slam.
I meant to do the elbow into body slam, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to complain. It's not the game's fault. I didn't execute the move right, and I can admit to that. Let me grab a little hydration here off screen. It's like a gamer energy supplement. because they don't sponsor me, I just can't remember the name of them. So we're gonna go in here and fight the boss at level 2, the Commissioner. Now I gotta talk about this guy too. When this game launched, this fucking guy, he was just disgusting to fight. He was so fucking difficult, they literally had to patch him and fix him. Like, he was that tough. I had him stop entire playthroughs that I was trying just because of this guy. And I know that there's some fucking YouTube affiliate people out there. Oh, he's not that bad. I beat him with Mania Plus 8 times. Like, no. Okay, great. Good for you. He has a few different predictable attack patterns. This is one of them. He'll go full screen. He does like this Rugal Bernstein, like, full screen attack where he essentially will just grab you and throw you into the wall. Huh. I usually like to do the down attack.
Body slam.
The down jump move.
Power slide.
And again, the vortex tackle you can use to avoid damage. It has a ton of invincible frames, and I did get that turkey, nice. So, we beat the absolute piss out of that guy, but at one point, he was a damn tough motherfucker. He's kind of a pushover as a boss now. The first couple bosses in this game, now I think back about it, they're patched and they're pretty easy, especially if you know what you're doing. So, we got an S rank. So, like usual, we get another cutscene here, and this is how I think this guy talks. Finally, I get to meet the city's finest heroes. Who the hell are you? Call me Mr. Y. My dear sister and I are the new owners. Well, you've been making quite a mess, to be honest. Like, just a little fucking squirrely motherfucker. So he tries to basically buy you off, at gunpoint, by the way. Grand uppers the shit out of about 100k. So they just open fire on you and you jump out and essentially fall into the river or something, I think's what happened here. I'm alive. So they come out of the fucking lake like Jason Voorhees here onto the ship, and you just immediately start fighting everyone that you come across, which is fine with me. That's the point of the game, right? So we're going to be introduced to a couple new hazards here. These barrels that will blow up like the little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game had. Of course, there's lots of Dillons, lots of fucking basic bitch enemies. The AI will get any cheap little fucking hit they can in. I'll let him kick himself into that barrel.
Body slap.
Ah, missed him. Take the fucking headbutt. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah, take the fire. Get blown up. I love it. All over my fucking skin. Get that fucking Francis dickhead out of here. I'll take a little thunder tackle. Now you gotta be careful. That blows up. There's a star in here, so just make sure you grab that. I'm doing pretty good with my stars at this point. I like to keep at least one for the boss. I was hoping nobody hit the barrel. Of course it didn't. Of course! The fucking AI knows there's green health! He's gotta get a little cheap shot in. I'm programmed to cheap shot. Not to fight you when you're face to face, but to cheap shot you with green health. So our old buddy from Street Rage 2's back. Big Ben. He's extra big in this game. He has this nice little roll move now that he fucking spam the fucking time. Son of a bitch. Of course I got caught in that fucking crossfire.
Body slam.
The game's trying so hard to get that green health off me.
Body slam. Body slam.
Oh! Off the top motherfucking rope, bitch. God, he's fucking awesome. His body slam air move is so satisfying. I can't explain. And I do know this is another one of those just 2D animated, you can't move up and down. You just have to fight your way, brute force it. And here comes this little cocksucker with a fucking hammer. And there's just enemies coming, I can't even get the hammer. Listen. That thud is so sickening to me. Oh, it's so disgusting.
Power slide. Power slide. Power slide.
Of course, you just have to take Kevin's kicks. Francis or fucking douchebags are needed. There's a health hidden in there, so make sure you grab that. A couple of point getters too in there. So you have to walk up. You have to like literally hold up there at that screen to walk through that door. So we're already at the boss. You can see she like to whip the Galcias into shape. Grab that extra health. Of course, the Galcias knew that, and they have to hurry up and hit you so that they can. Good! My friends are gonna watch this. They're like, "Are you mad, Chris? Were you getting really mad right there?" Yeah, I was. I was getting fucking furious. Fuck this game. You wanna die, you basic fucking Galcia. So, there's a spike wall there. So, if you take advantage of that, the game basically will be a lot deeper. Oh my god. There's fucking shit in this corner. The wall will basically be a damage multiplier, so you can just get her in this corner. And of course, I hit myself with the Get the fuck out of here, please. Holy shit. Trying to do some big, thick Max Boy shit. Nice B rank. Levels piss me off anyways. I don't even care. Oh my, no, that hurts. See, reminds me of the whip chicks from Streets Rage 1. And I don't really know if I can get, if any children are watching this, do not drive a cargo ship drunk. Probably a bad idea. I was a little disappointed because the boat levels in all the Streets Rage games always had really top-notch songs, and this game didn't seem to cut it with this level. I was kind of disappointed with it. Now, the reason I do like Max this game, it's hard to tell because you know, I can't even fucking talk because I'm just being assaulted by jump kicks. My god. Is his jump kick? Well, I thought it would. Beats. Fucking good. Tossed down the fucking hole. His jump kick, if you time it right, will be the chick jump kicks here. Come on, get over here.
Power slide.
Fucking Donovan, son of a bitch. Now, for this part, you want that ball back. You want the ball back. And it does that. So you want the ball back. You want it. Oh, well, this is fun. You guys can all get tossed down the hole. That's fine with me. Lots of high hazard on this level. Again, if you fall down these holes, you don't die, but you will lose a significant portion of health. So, of course, you don't want that to happen. Now Nice little star right there. Also,
Power slide. Power slide.
fucking power slip. Look at these fucking psychos.
Power slide.
Take a fucking bite. This game's trying so fucking hard to fuck me right now. So as you can see there in the background, there's another arcade machine. So the taser boys here, you gotta be very careful with. I'm just gonna say fucking clear swag and do that just to get these fucks out of my face.
Body slam.
Body slammed.
Power slide. Vortex vacuum.
Of course, Donovan is in full anti-air mode right now. So what you want to do is, oh, I got health or life up or something. You want to walk in here, a little bit of a trek. Wait, where the fuck is it? What? It's gone. I don't know how, but alright. Guys, I'm not gonna show you anything. Nothing. So just listen, Oh, that fucking music hits. It is just, I fucking love it. Fighting on a beach in these games, the music's always top notch. And this game lives up to that legacy. With that little fucking change of beats there. God, that's so fucking sick. So, I will be throwing lots of stuff up the beach because we're gonna fight a boss and I'm still getting projected out by
Power slide. Power slide. Power slide. Power slide. Power slide.
And of course the AI is getting real bullshit now. Like, there's just broken wine bottles everywhere. The fucking AIs are all over the place. Bro. It's quite the war here in the beach. This is where we first meet Estel. Now, don't even jump out of it. You can't. Estel has an anti-air kick that will win every time. It's kind of like Terry Bogart's crack shoot, I guess I would call it. And she will actually call in for help, like the Streets Rage 1 cops.
Power slide.
I can fucking do everything to her.
Power slide. Power slide.
Oh shit.
Power slide. Power slide.
Crack the shoe!
Power slide.
Fucking get out of my face, Estel. She's so fast.
Power slide. Power slide. Vortex vacuum.
Oh!
Power slide.
Vortex Tackle is just a combo extender too at times. I like to milk it when I'm about to finish my regular like 3 or 4 hit combo there. It puts the enemy into this like stun state where you can continue comboing them. I'm going to split this video up I think into 2 parts. So I'm going to do the second part of this playthrough here momentarily with Max. So I will catch you in the next video.